You're just a flicker in the grand scheme of things. Yet so many folks spend their breath chasing feelings, vibes, and moments. But Stoics knew something different. Your life might be temporary, but your principles can be eternal. Marcus Aurelius wrote those words almost 2,000 years ago. And ever since then, it has been my guiding light whenever I have had to make any kind of decision in my life, big or small. We live in a world today where everything is about vibes, where people say if it feels good, do it, and they end up doing it. Live by your feelings, they say, because ultimately that's all that matters. But what happens when your feelings change? What happens when one day you feel one way? What are those non-negotiables that you care about so much you'd fight for? I hope you're someone who lives by your principles, who has standards, who has ethics, who has morals, who has values. Because that is what truly matters in life. That is what will help you leave a legacy, leave an impact, leave a mark on this world. That is what will make you happy, fulfilled, and at peace. And even more importantly, are you actually living by them? Why are you settling for less? Why are you giving up on your dreams? Why are you compromising on your values? Don't do it. I'll leave you with the words of another Stoic, Robert Greene, who said, "Above all, don't be afraid to be different. Be yourself." In our world today, it's so easy to go along with the crowd, to follow the herd, to conform to the majority. But that's not the way to go. You have to be yourself. You have to stand out. You have to be different. You have to be willing to go against the grain, to swim against the current, to blaze your own trail. That is the way to go. That is the way to be happy, fulfilled, and at peace. Don't settle for less. Don't give up on yourself. Don't compromise on your principles. Stick to them. Uphold them. Fight for them. Die on those hills for them. That is what truly matters. That is what will make you happy. That is what will make you fulfilled. Or are you just saying them, stating them, putting them out there as a marketing ploy to gain cheap clout and attention? And the next day, you feel another way? You end up being inconsistent, flaky, unreliable? You say you don't believe in cheating, but then you cheat because you feel like it. You say you believe in loyalty, but then you're disloyal because you feel like it. You say you believe in helping others, but then you don't help because you feel like it. What kind of life is that? That's a life full of regrets. That's a life of inconsistency, unreliability, and that is a life not worth living. Whenever I was torn between what's right and what's wrong, what's easy and what's hard, what feels good and what is good, this quote helped me pick myself up and do the right thing. He was talking about how our life is fleeting, and the only thing that will last longer than us is the impact of our character, our actions, our judgment, our choices. So make sure they're good ones. And that guide is our principles. Principles are very important. They're basically the intersection of what we know, what we feel, and what we do. If you want to know who someone is, what kind of person they are, look at their principles. That is the North Star that guides them through life. That is the GPS that helps them make decisions in every aspect of their life. I read this quote for the first time over 10 years ago. It's great to say you're honest, but unless you practice honesty in your daily life, it means nothing. It's easy to say you're disciplined, but unless you back it up with consistent action, it means nothing. People can fake their principles, but they can't fake their character. Character is revealed. It's shown. It's not told. It's demonstrated through consistent action over a long period of time. That is what really matters. That is what really counts. You're temporary. Make your principles permanent. We need principles. We need an immutable, unchangeable guide to help us navigate through the ups and downs of life. But here's the thing. Stating your principles and actually living by them are two different things. So here's my question for you. What are your principles? I hope you're not the latter. I hope you're the former. If you're not living by your principles, if you're not being consistent, if you're not being reliable, if you're not being the person that you want to be, then ask yourself, why not? You are temporary. Make your principles permanent.